Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's your boy Marvin speaking. We're going to be talking about a subject by Sadia Khan. Why is it hard for men to settle down? This is quite interesting because I've watched a few of her podcasts at the end of the day, and she is very, very highly intelligent. So this is just a clip, so I'm just going to comment as we go because it is a reaction video.
It's only difficult when they grew up when they've got low self-esteem. For men, their success with relationships is very much determined by their self-esteem. Women can get a shortcut with their appearance and so on and so forth. For men, their self-esteem is either going to propel them into a great relationship or prevent them from any kind of stability. Now, if he grew up without any validation and not knowing if he was attractive, what happens is his self-esteem is almost blocked at that stage of life, and then he can still be a sucker to women and still kind of accept the unacceptable simply because he wants to be desired. But if he has good self-esteem and good boundaries, he will never suffer in relationships. He just won't, because he knows when he's welcome, he knows when he's not accepted.
I think that's a very good point. I think it comes with experiences as well. I'm not saying I was God's gift, but I was fairly good looking. When I was, sort of teens, early 20s, mid 20s. And I loved being around women and understanding them. Not in obviously I fancied girls, but not in a lustful way, but just as an understanding. And I feel at peace with them. I don't feel overwhelmed. At the end of the day, I don't feel, oh my God, I really, really like her, what should I say? At the end of the day, I think it just comes down to experiences. Some guys have got it in the sense that they know how to talk to a woman, they're natural, they know how to make a woman laugh. I think what it is, even though she's a woman, see her as a human being, obviously be polite at the end of the day, but be yourself, and I think that goes a long way. I think if it's sometimes us men, sometimes we try to prove ourselves. I can do this, I can do that for you. She wants to know whether you're confident in yourself before you provide anything. Women are very, very smart in what they want from you. Yes, they like a guy that they can help and it's not so confident at the end of the day, but you've got to show something that's appealing to her as well.
On when the relationship's not working, and he has a willingness to walk away. So the thing is, money with low self-esteem is really, really difficult. It's a very lonely path. It's a lot of gold diggers, it's a lot of escorts, it's a lot of partying even at the olden age. Now, money with high self-esteem and good values is it's still difficult, but you can create something out of that.
What about successful women?
They struggle. They really struggle, because essentially with successful women, here's the thing: men always say, oh, when women earn more they leave men, but they don't realize why. There's actually studies to show that when men are with women that earn more than them, they produce more cortisol. They're actually more angry and stressed around her, and that obviously has a negative impact on their testosterone, so they're actually less sexually attracted to her, and so they're meaner to her. They're mean, and also they don't treat her the same way. If a man is dating a woman who knows is unemployed, say if he's on £20,000 a year, he'll still use whatever he has to treat her well, like, look after her. But if he's on £20,000 a year and she's on 50,000, he'll use nothing to invest in her. Now, women don't need your money, but they do need your investment, because that's how men fall in love. The more they invest in something, the more they attach to it. If they invest...
Understood. That's a very, very smart thing to watch in what she said. One of my earlier relationships, my ex was a school teacher, and her mum and her mum's boyfriend was very, very wealthy at the end of the day. So what I used to do, I was working at Courts Furnitures as a young man at the time, and I would give her, I don't know, maybe £100 a week, but then she would take us out to dinner, because she worked as a school teacher, and her mum also gave her money just to treat herself. because she had a couple of houses at the end of the day through family and stuff like that, a business. And it was quite overwhelming, because overwhelming in the way that she didn't want for anything. It's like when we moved into a brand new house at the end of the day, mum and stepdad helped to get it. It was quite incredible that more or less the next couple of days everything was fitted, washing machine, painting it, everything done. At the end of the day, everything was there for her, and I did think, Jesus, what can I ever do for this woman? You get used to it, but it isn't easy, especially when she's got a good job and everything. I admire that at the end of the day, but it was an eye-opener in my experience being in that situation.
Invest a lot of money in a car, they really care about it. Lost a lot of money into a Bitcoin, they want to see it go up. Invest money into a woman, they want to see it work out. So when they are with a woman that earns more, they invest so little, so walking away seems so easy for them, and it seems so hard for her because she's been the one that's investing in them. So it's very difficult. It's not just the woman who's rich and now she leaves you. The man no longer adds any value. That is the main issue. He doesn't use whatever tiny resources he has on the woman like he normally would.
Yes, because he's thinking, Jesus, I can't do anything for this woman. Well, you can if you think about it. At the end of the day, invest in something, check yourself, move up that ladder a little bit. But most guys will think, Jesus, I'm punching above their weight, and she's going to eventually meet someone that's on higher than her, maybe 100, 150 grand, on the same par of her. So I think it's... men can actually get scared of that, thinking, Jesus, at the end of the day, this is a bit of a challenge where maybe I can't get what I can out of it.
How can people better deal with jealousy then in relationships?
It's very difficult when it's activated, because it comes from some childhood trauma and stuff. So when it's activated, that loneliness and that rejection is activated as it may have been as a child, and it's like the world is over when somebody's jealous. But I think in my experience of working, and even my own experience of jealousy, the only thing that helps remove jealousy is really building an identity outside of the relationship. If jealous people tend to place their entire self-worth and identity on the happiness of their partner and how attracted their partner is to them and what their partner is doing. Now, the reason why that's so fragile is because your partner he's a fallible person. He's going to have times where they look at somebody else, they might be attracted, whatever happens, their entire identity is crushed. So to remove that jealousy, you really have to create an identity outside of the relationship, which gives you the confidence that if this relationship is great, I'm going to be in it. If it doesn't work for me, it's okay. I can go somewhere else. But that fear of letting go and fear of that they're going to find somebody else, it means that they're in a constant competition with their partner, and they're almost terrified that their partner's going to meet somebody else. But really, when you build your own identity, you realize if they do meet somebody else, they're no longer the person you loved anyway. So it's
very intelligent, very, very intelligent. I have subscribed to Sadia Khan. I think she's brilliant. At the end of the day, she's got a brilliant way of explaining things easily, intellectually, but easy to understand, and I truly respect that. I think, like I said, sometimes we go back to traumas or being in a bad relationship which you've been cheated on. That's hard to actually come through, but I think the best way to do it is actually talk about it, and don't get angry or abusive. Just talk about it with your partner and how you feel. I think communication is the key to this. Let me know what you think about what Sadia said about why is it hard for men to settle down. I think a lot sometimes to do with it at the end of the day is that is about what money they're bringing in, and I think a lot of men think that they cannot sustain a good woman because like I said, because of her lifestyle. She might like really, really nice things, but not all women are looking for that at the end. They're looking for stability, and that's very, very important. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel. Very important. Let's get these numbers up. Thank you.